welcome to India Energy World. I am Sudhir and we are at the India Energy Week talking to Mr. N. Senthil Kumar. He's the Director Pipelines of Indian Oil. A very warm welcome to you on our platform, sir.
Thank you, Sudhir.
Let me begin this conversation by trying to ask you your experience at this event. There's a lot that has changed as compared to last year in terms of the agenda, the level of participation, etc. What's your first understanding? What's your impression of this experience so far, and in what ways do you think it adding to the larger progress on energy transition?
So between the last IEW and now, uh, this sort of transformation and the disruption that is happening all over the world, not only in India, is never seen before. And this IEW has successfully addressed almost all those concerns, be it hydrogen, be it the transport, especially mobility, the storage, and there's more stress on carbon capture, storage, and it also excludes the government's initiatives in all these sectors, the incentives, and mostly the action that the PSUs are planning to take on this transformative energy scenario. And for Indian Oil, I would say there are plenty of opportunity, especially in transportation, hydrogen coming into the business. We're going big on gas, natural gas, CGD, PNG. So I think the IEW has addressed that in many ways then.
So, what has been the kind of business interactions or business-related discussions also on the sidelines of the event for Indian Oil or for the pipelines portfolio of Indian Oil? Has there been discussions on business focus discussions too?
Yes, both on the technology front, on the business front. In the business front, we are also looking at initiatives for the pipelines expansion, not only within India, beyond India. We have had some very fruitful discussions. And on the technology fronts, we are going big on integrating all our operations, SCADA operations. So the vendor is here, and then by the side, we had discussions on the way forward. And we are also learning about what is happening elsewhere on these two scenarios. So that way it has been very, very enriching, engaging. I would simply put it on a standalone basis, probably it would have taken months for us to achieve this breakthrough, which is happening in the last few days. That's a big difference.
So tell me something from the point of view of pipelines, right? I mean, Indian Oil has a very vast kind of pipelines portfolio, and that ranges from CGD to interstate pipeline network, the SPM terminals that are joined with the refineries, etc. Huge network. I want to understand from you what, as the head of pipelines division in Indian Oil, what are the top 2 or 3 things in your mind at the moment? What are the top 2 or 3 things that you want to achieve, let's say in the current financial year or in the current year, in terms of priority?
Priority number one is, because we being the pioneer in pipelines in Indian Oil, priority number one is to maintain our existing assets. Number one. That is from within, from outside. From within, when I say, we have to ensure that our pipelines are all fit for purpose, even despite their aging. Number one. Number two is protect our pipelines, which at the point of laying, probably were in areas that were not so densely populated. So this urbanization is a big challenge. To how to secure our pipeline, monitor our pipeline, and to ensure that 24/7 we man them, just to know whether any third party is active. That is the topmost priority. Now, having said that, because of the increased sensitization on the carbon emissions, so we are going a big way in ensuring that each station is sensitive to the energy being consumed and the source of the energy. So we have set a very ambitious target of going green in all the pipelines by 2032. So that is a big challenge. That is number two. And number three is the emerging area of hydrogen transportation. So we are among the first to actually have taken up a pilot project to see how far we can go for hydrogen transportation in existing pipeline. Not only that, we are also exploring possibility of using existing pipelines for gas transportation. To basically
So apart from let's say green hydrogen, what are the other areas within the energy transition space where which will have a lasting impact on the pipelines kind of work also, right? If you look at the way energy sector is changing, right, the transition is happening. Green hydrogen is one part of the story. There are other things also. Renewables is that. What are the other areas where pipelines play an important role, and what is the company doing there?
No, but as far as the transporter is concerned, the type of hydrogen should not be our concern, whether it is green, blue, or grey. We are only concerned about hydrogen transportation per se. Number one, and number two, it is a fact that India's energy demand is going to grow exponentially, and we will have to search for more avenues because we have to see there is something called energy equitability to all the regions. So we have challenges in reaching out to either two places where it was not possible. So these are challenges. And for taking up these challenges, yes, there has been tremendous advancement in technology. Like for example, we recently completed a horizontal directional drilling up to 3 kilometers in one stretch. That was a big challenge, and it was done in a record time of less than 3 months. So this gives us the strength to surmount any challenges in hitherto inhospitable terrains. So we hope to reach out more pipelines to areas and make energy affordable and equitable to everybody.
So if you look at the amount of money that Indian Oil is investing on an annual basis, I'm sure pipelines is a large part of it also, right? Pipeline expansion. Can you share with us, if possible, what is the share of pipelines in the current financial year's budget outlay, and to what extent we are on track meeting those targets?
The Capex targets we have been consistently meeting, and most of our Capex in the coming years will be in CGD and PNG because the government has very ambitious plans. So you can just see from the fact that the natural gas will have to go from the present 6% to 15%. Indian Oil, as you are aware, we are operating in 26 GAs, and we've already done some job, and we have for the next 7 years we have cut out, and that is going to be one of the areas where we are going to invest in CG.
Fine. That brings us to an end of this discussion. I think it was great talking to you. Thanks for your time, and thanks for giving us all that information about from a pipelines perspective of things. Thank you, and we really look forward to hosting you again.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you, Sudhir. Good day.